On each chessboard, there are 16 pawns. 16. It's just one king. Who you want to be? One of the 16 simple soldiers lined up in the front line, ready to be killed, ready to be moved like puppets, expendable sacrifices for a bigger cause, for a bigger plan they don't even understand. They're completely unaware. Or be in a position of power, have value, having a leading role. It's your choice. But before jumping into the video, let me introduce myself. My name is Leonardo Graziano Tatti. You can call me Leo, just my mom calls me Leonardo. Right now I'm in Thailand. I'm enjoying my financial and location freedom. I escaped my 9 to 5. Since years I'm in my self-development journey and I'm following my purpose, being in service of others. I want to help you start your self-development journey, or I want to help you through your process, because no one was helping me. I'm chasing my dreams that are not dreams anymore, they are goals, because I'm taking action, and I invite you to do the same. And now we can start. What I've just described is an extremely accurate representation of life. Most men are pawns. Most men are unaware of their role on the chessboard. Most men are unaware that there is a chessboard. They are playing a game based on their value, a game based on their moves. And most of them, they are forced to make moves. Someone else take decision for them. That's even worse. And they move one square at a time, trembling, trying not to die, trying not to be killed by more powerful pieces on the chessboard. This is how most men live their lives. And they live their lives unaware. This is the most sad thing for me, because they didn't have the balls, I'm sorry for the expression, to take responsibility and change their value, make themselves more powerful, more valuable. And this is exactly what a king does. So as a man, you pick your role. You can change your value. It's not given. You could have been born as a pawn in a bad position, in a bad situation amongst pawns. But as a man, you are free. You can decide your destiny. You can decide who you want to be. So even if you were born in a disadvantaged situation, in a bad position, you can change it. You can change it. You can increase your value. Because follow me, both pawns and kings move just one square at a time. The difference is the value of the piece. So now I invite you to ask yourself, who am I? Which piece of the chessboard I am right now? What is my position on the chessboard? And then I invite you to look around and identify the people that surround you. Are they powerful pieces? Are they other pawns? Because as I said you, the pawns are amongst other pawns. There are 16 of them lined up in the front line. So look at your left, look at your right, in front and behind you, and try to identify who's surrounding you. If you're surrounded by pawns, I'm sorry to inform you that you're also a pawn. And guess what pawns do? They live an unimportant and numb life because they don't want to acknowledge the lack of value that they have. They don't want to acknowledge that they are irrelevant, they are weak. And what pawns do? They drink, they smoke, they try to numb themselves in every way possible, and they just try to survive. They have no value. They move, as we said in the beginning, just one square at a time, trembling, scared, and not having idea, not having a plan. So if the people around you are like this, I'm sorry my friend, but they are pawns and you're one of them. The king is not amongst pawns. The king is in the back. He's planning. He got another position. He has a position of power. He has a leading position. But let's talk about the king now. Where is the king? The king is not amongst the pawns. He's surrounded by his people, other powerful pieces. And you can become a king. The first step is to take a step back and understand, where are you? What are you doing? From that point, you can change the situation. You can become a king. The only difference between a pawn and a king is their value. So increase your value. Become a valuable person. Become a valuable man. Become a king. Start thinking like a king. Start acting like a king. Start moving like a king. Start planning and making and taking decisions like a king. Like the king you are. And the first step to do this is define yourself. Define your boundaries. Define what is right, what is wrong. Define, from now on, I will be a king. I will move like a king. I will increase my value. And it's a long process. It's a long, difficult process, because there is one king on the world chessboard. Just one. And there is a reason why. because it's extremely difficult. But the value of the king is incomparable. So draw a line on the sand and stop settling for mediocrity, for temptation, childish, fearful behaviors like a pawn. You're a king. Start acting like a king. Start thinking like a king. Start fulfilling your role. So increase your status, your influence, and understand the power of your actions, the power of your moves. After that, acknowledge your position. Start understanding your strength and embrace your role. So stop being a pawn. Become a king, because it doesn't matter your position right now, your life situation, it doesn't matter. It's a decision. So start embracing your strength, your influence, your role, your leading role as a king. You can become the king on the chessboard, but you have to put in the work. You have to start thinking like a king, behaving like a king, moving like a king. I believe in you. Let's do it. Let's strive for greatness, because you can be the king on your chessboard. Peace. See you on the next video.